What's up, everybody? It's Nurse Georgie from HOLLIBLU.
Hey everyone, it's Jordan from Clove.
And we are so excited that you guys have come to Beats of Courage for our live event. The show's gonna be amazing. And we couldn't be happier to give you guys something virtual, at least during COVID-19. We know that this pandemic has impacted our lives in one way or another. Whether you are working the front lines, you're at home taking care of your family, or you're just trying to stay healthy.
Yeah, Georgie's completely right. We're so excited and honored that Clove and HOLLIBLU could come together and give a platform to these healthcare professionals and their stories. And this is just a disclaimer, but you're gonna feel all the feels. We laughed a lot, we cried a lot, and we feel so connected to these stories, and we're so excited that you get to hear them. Be sure to stay throughout the entire show so you don't miss any of them, and you're gonna win some cool prizes along the way.
Definitely, we have way too many prizes. So without further ado, let us introduce you to our amazing two CEOs of HOLLIBLU and Clove.
My name is Kara Lunsford. I am the CEO and founder of HOLLIBLU, a nation where nurses thrive. And we are so excited to have you as a part of this Beats of Courage virtual event for Nurses Week. I'd like to introduce my partner in this, Joe. Hi, Joe.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Beats of Courage. I'm Joe Ammon, founder of Clove. We make sneakers for healthcare, and we're so excited to have you tuned in today for Beats of Courage.
Absolutely. This is a kind of a monumental time for nurses. 2020 is the year of the nurse. We never imagined that this would be the year that we would experience. But nonetheless, we want to celebrate you for all that you do, for all that you are. And this is an important time for nurses to be heard and to be celebrated. So this is going to be a great event. You're going to hear songs, you're going to hear poems, and so many heartfelt stories that speak to the emotions of nurses today.
That's right, Kara. We put the word out asking nurses to submit stories, songs, poems from across the country, and we're overwhelmed with the response. We handpicked an incredible group of submissions that I know you're going to enjoy. First of which is a cover that's really fun that we actually got a choir, the Resistance Revival Chorus, to join in with three nurses to sing. It's an excellent way to kick off the program, and make sure you stick around for the end because there's actually a giveaway with hundreds of prizes for those of you watching right now.
We are wishing you a very happy Nurses Week from HOLLIBLU and Clove. Enjoy the virtual event.
Enjoy the show.
Okay, Georgie, first things first, who here loves Lizzo?
We all love Lizzo. You guys, comment your favorite Lizzo song in the comments right now. This is going to be an interactive live, so we want to see what your favorite Lizzo song is. Most importantly, because we have an epic surprise for you.
I put my mask on, check the seal. Baby, how you breathing? Breathing good as hell. Mask on, check the seal. Baby, how you breathing? Breathing good as hell. Ooh, child, tired of the bullshit. Give us PPE now for the COVID. Yes, Lord. Try not to get sick in an unprotected way. It makes me really wanna quit. Come now, protect your eyes when a patient coughs and the droplets fly. I know that it's hard on the front lines. We're all in this together, let me simplify. If they don't give you masks no more, just walk your smart ass out that door and put your mask on. Check the seal. Baby, how you breathing? Breathing good as hell. Mask on. Check the seal. Baby, how you breathing? Breathing good as hell. Breathing good as hell. Baby, how you breathing? Breathing good as hell.
Deserves a virtual toast. That was so amazing. Did you guys agree? We were so excited to partner with Resistance Revival Chorus to do that Lizzo rendition. So what we're going to do right now, because this is a social event, is we are going to go to Instagram. So I'm going to put my glass a wind down. And Jordan, get out your phone. Everyone go to @GoClove or @HollyBlu. We have just uploaded this video. We want it to go viral. So let's all text Lizzo right now. We're not going to text her. We're going to tag her in the video. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a few seconds to do that. And her Instagram handle is what, Jordan?
It's @LizzoBeEating. 2 E's. LIZZOBE eating. On
All right, guys, let's make this video go viral. Tag Lizzo.
Yes, we need her to see it, and I just can't stop listening to that video on repeat. It's so good, Georgie.
I love it so much.
Oh my God, it's so good. So speaking of exciting things, we have our first giveaway. Naturally, the first giveaway is from Clove. As you guys all know, we designed sneakers. Oh, there she is with her gray matter. I see you. I see you, girl.
I'm going to be modeling this throughout the event.
Yeah, just put them up on your shoulders, chilling. So, as you know, Clove creates sneakers for those who are on the front lines of healthcare, and we're giving away 3 pair of cloves. All colors are up for grabs. Pink Up, Night Shift, Gray Matter, Brilliant White. We can't wait to give 3 pairs of our shoes to amazing nurses. So all you have to do is, in the comments below on the YouTube channel, give your name, your email, your Instagram handle, and write Clove.
So just to let you guys know, we are going to be raffling a ton of giveaways. And in order to win the giveaway, you must, in the comment section, write your name, your email, your IG handle, if it's available, and whatever the product is. So for me, it would be Georgie, my email, Nurse Georgie, and I would write Clove.
Awesome.
Okay, so we'll give you guys some time to do that. If you guys want to win a pair of cloves, write in the comment section now.
Yes.
Awesome. All right, our second giveaway and sponsors are from Drip Drop Oral Hydration. They make hydration sticks, perfect for when you're dehydrated from too much wine. We have 600 sticks to give you guys. So that means 3 lucky nurses are gonna win 200 sticks each for your unit, your nursing crew, your nurse friends. If you wanna win 200 hydration sticks, go ahead and in the comment section, write Drip Drop.
Awesome. So now that we're more hydrated, that means we can drink more wine.
Oh, perfect.
But actually, we have another giveaway from our friends at Wax and Wine. What nurse doesn't love a good glass of wine with some fresh candles? Well, Wax and Wine is doing just that. They're giving away 3 lucky nurses 2 candles each, and this will be the perfect relaxation product post-shift. If you want to win this giveaway, just enter your name, email, IG handle, and write Wax and Wine.
Perfect. All right, guys, you heard her. Wax and Wine.
Georgie, we have our first guest, Kelsey. She's an occupational therapist, and she has a poem that's all about empathy. And then after that, we also have a guest that you might recognize. Yeah, so her story is all about humor, and she holds nothing back with this stripped down anecdote. Just warning here, there is some graphic language. Enjoy.
Hi, my name's Kelsey Mitchell. I'm an acute care occupational therapist, and I wrote a poem called Dear COVID-19 just to kind of express my feelings that I've been having through all this, and being a new grad and working in acute care during a pandemic. Also, my heart goes out to everybody battling COVID, all the families affected, and this also just kind of captures my gratitude and the deep admiration I feel for my coworkers and everyone on the front line, and I hope it's uplifting. So here it goes. Dear COVID-19, you've stripped us to our core, bare skin, bare bones. But we are standing tall, hearts connected, and we are breaking through your doors. Fear and glistening eyeballs are all I see staring back at me, but the tiny creases next to their eyes remind me that a smile still exists beneath the mask. Each day, I'm greeted by a sea of emotion. I'm lonely, but I'm surrounded. I'm anxious, but I'm humbled. I'm scared, but I'm grateful. And most importantly, I'm tired, but I'm unbelievably inspired. And in the darkest moments, compassion for the human being shines through. The extra minute to reposition a pillow, to listen wholeheartedly, to answer a distant call bell, to touch a gloved hand with a gloved hand. Because after all, that's what we're longing for, human connection, human touch. We must continue to fight for all humans. So I show up, I do my part, I wear my mask, I wash my hands. I wear my heart on my sleeve for my patients, and I try to spend the extra minute to acknowledge people. We will rise above, we will throw away the gloves, and we will breathe easier when we've made it through. From me to you, I am here, I see you, I feel you, and we are together. Stay safe.
Hi, my name's Georgie and I'm a registered nurse, and I'm going to share a story about humor. So when I was a new grad, I worked on a medical surgical oncology unit at a small community hospital, but we had a very large psych unit, and our unit, the med-surg unit, ended up getting a lot of the psych patients. So I actually really enjoyed having psych patients as a new grad. They're always so interesting, right? So I have this one patient who was like a 40-year-old male, and during report I was told that he was going to be discharged back to his psych unit that day, but that he was on double restraints because he was trying to harm himself the night before, and that, yeah, I just had to kind of give him his morning meds and then he would be discharged pretty soon. So I go in his room and I introduce myself to him, and he just seems like the sweetest guy. I'm like, oh, he's so chill, he's so cute, it's gonna be a good day. And I round on my other patients. I come back to this patient's room with his medication, like, here I am, hey, Mr. So-and-so, I have your meds. And I'm like looking on the floor, and there's a gown on the floor. And then it's like I kind of like peep my head into the room, and he's holding his penis. He's removed himself out of the restraints. He's holding his penis, and he's like, hey! And he starts peeing on the wall. He pees on me, and he's like, ah! He's just like going crazy. So he actually had like one hand in a restraint and then the other one out, and he was just like going ham with this penis, just peeing everywhere. And I was like, ah! Like, he had a roommate, and the room was like, what's going on? What is on the wall? And I was just like screaming for my CNA's help, and it was a hot mess. But I couldn't help but laugh, and I'm pretty sure like my patient was laughing too. Like, he was just like hysterical. He was like mad but laughing because he got me, and everybody was just laughing, and I was just like the joke of the day. And I think that like in medicine, we have so many days where it's like the scariest and the worst day of people's lives, but then also it's important to like laugh sometimes. Like, humor, or I've heard this, laughter is the best medicine, and honestly it is. And even though I got peed on that day, it made me laugh, it made everybody laugh, and he was safe. But that's my story. If any nurse has ever told you that she's been peed on, it happens. The row party! It's okay, it's Nurses Week, and we're celebrating.
Yeah, and it's hump day.
Okay, guys, so sorry I said the P word if you had any kids watching, but if you've ever been peed on, comment below. I really want to know. This is way too common in the nursing world. So we have 2 more giveaways, of course, to do right now. So the first giveaway we're going to do is from 5 Hour Energy. 5 Hour Energy is amazing. They gave us 108 shots to give to 2 nurses. So 2 nurses are going to get 108 shots for themselves and their units. So if you guys want to win, you know what to do. Name, email, IG handle if available, and 5 Hour Energy in the comments. So we'll give you guys a minute to do that.
Well, cheers while we wait.
Cheers.
Wrong way.
Okay, and then on to our next giveaway. So the next giveaway I actually have on. So these socks are called Heidi socks. They are Swarovski crystals bling bling socks. You can wear them. They're called Heidi because they obviously hide the sock, and they don't slip. So there's gel on the inside. I love them. So Heidi is giving us 3 socks to give away to 3 different nurses. These socks are amazing. I love them. You can also gift them to nurses, which is really cool. Heidi includes a thank you note to every nurse that is gifted a Heidi sock. So if you want to win Heidi socks, same thing. You know what to do. Comment below and Heidi socks.
So cute. Love it.
Yeah, they are bling bling. I don't usually do bling bling, but I do bling bling with Heidi socks.
So it's about to get a little serious. Our next 2 guests talk about strength and resilience. First up is Ari, who just passed the NCLEX.
Oh, that deserves a toast.
That's major. Go Ari. I'm not a nurse, but I heard it's really hard.
Congrats, Ari. That's amazing. And you know what? Everybody, grab your glass and let's all toast to Ari for passing her NCLEX during COVID.
I'm going to do this way. See if I can get it right.
Ugh. All right.
Okay. Yeah, so, but seriously, Ari keeps it real. She kind of told us about what it's been like for her, Georgie, as an Asian American during this pandemic on the front lines, and her story touches on racism, and it's really important for everyone to hear. And then we are also so honored that Eli talked to us about loss. I mean, he's an incredible human, and someone like him who's so strong yet so vulnerable, his story is really going to touch you. So get the wine out still, keep it out, get the tissues. These are about to be some tearjerkers.
All right. Enjoy the next 2.
I'm going to be sharing my experience as a new nurse in the midst of COVID-19, specifically as an Asian American. I wanted to do this in order to highlight and bring more awareness to the violence and racism that Asian Americans have been experiencing in light of COVID-19. Specifically, as an example, my own experience a few weeks ago, I had written about this in a post a couple days ago, but I had just come off of 3 days of volunteering my time with the Medical Reserve Corps doing COVID-19 swabs. And I was walking my dog down the street, and this man across the street from me saw me and just started yelling racial slurs at me and obscenities. And it's one of the first times where I felt so vulnerable, and I felt like my physical safety was being threatened just because somebody saw me and saw that I'm of Asian descent and just assumed that I'm Chinese, and which I am, but that assumption and then the conviction in his voice that he was in the right for, calling me the slurs that he was calling me. I think in looking back on it, I sat on the story for a while and didn't really talk about it because I wanted to process it. But I think the thing that was most discouraging was that I realized that he could insult me on the streets one day, and then the very next day, he could very well be someone that I'm swabbing at the COVID testing center. And it was hard for me to wrap my brain around that. But it's frustrating and it hurts, and I think it's okay for me to be angry and frustrated, but at the same time, I try to remind myself that if I'm looking at it objectively, this person is probably hurting in some way, and he attributes his hurt or his situation in life to me or people that look like me. And with COVID-19, he saw an opportunity to lash out or take it out on me. I don't think that people at their core are evil, or, I think human beings respond emotionally, whether it's rational or not. And that happened to be an irrational moment for him. It's a heavy story, but I want to share it because, and I didn't want to share it in order to, get sympathy or pity from anyone who might hear about this, but I think I want to share it because it's the reality of a lot of Asian Americans, and I think it deserves to be shared. But at the same time, like I said, this is my story about strength and resilience and compassion too. So it's an unfortunate reality, but I'm choosing to look at it from a positive angle. This is my story, encompassing all of those things: resilience, strength, and compassion.
My name is Eli Gotay. I'm a registered nurse at Tacoma General Hospital, and my story is about resilience, courage, and love. This is a very personal story of mine, and it recently happened. And I think with all the events and everything going on right now, it is fitting. So hopefully I can make it through. So here goes. As a night shift nurse, we all know it's how crazy it is and how we have to be fluid and constantly change and updates and things of that nature. So we really rely on one another to get through some rough times. In late March, my father was diagnosed with the coronavirus. While working these late nights and helping patients throughout our community, I kind of have this in the back of my mind, so it helps me to fight a little bit harder and with our team for these, for these people, for these patients. I was working a night shift, and I had about an hour and a half left of my shift. And one of my teammates who just came on said, "Hey, I'd like to give you a break. Your last union mandated 15-minute break, or, whatever it was." And at the same time that she came up to me, there was an elderly patient in respiratory distress. And she said, "Go take your break really quick. I'll handle this." Within 5 minutes of the break, I remember my phone ringing, and I automatically knew before I even answered it. And it was my sister letting me know that my father had passed away from the coronavirus. I didn't immediately break down. I didn't immediately go crazy with anxiety. I remember going straight to my charge nurse and saying, "I need to be incognito for a few minutes." My brother was on the other line, and so was my mother. All of my family is in New York. I'm the youngest of three, so I'm here with my family. So you can already imagine how hard it is for me not to be there, not to be at home. Within a few minutes, we ended the conversation, and I told him I'd call him back as soon as I got off of work. And there are a couple topics that you kind of labeled as far as for courage and resilience. And I used those two things after I hung up the phone. And I told myself, there's nothing that I can do about my father right now. But there's something I can do with that elderly woman that just came in. And I told myself, put your big boy pants on, get in that room with your teammate, and go help that patient. And I did. And no one knew anything. So for the next hour or so, I helped my teammate get that woman situated, and she was obviously in respiratory distress, and we did everything that we could to, to take care of her. She ended up being intubated at some point in time. Things were progressing of that nature, and her son was at the bedside. And I don't know how I made it that last hour of just straight poker face. I don't know exactly what it was, but I did what I had to do for the sake of that patient and for the sake of my teammate that was in the room. And it's kind of that courage and that resilience I still take today. I still take it every time I go to work and walk up the ambulance bay. Dad. I'm strong. I'm loving. I'm thoughtful. I'm considerate. I'm tough. And I'm gentle when I need to be. I'm 1,000 other things because of you. I'm so proud of the man that you were, the family you raised, and how you made all of the opportunities I have in front of me possible. I love you with all of my heart, and I one day will see you again.
All right, guys. Well, we hope that you're still with us. We're not even halfway done, but what is next is more giveaways. So, Jordan, what do we have?
Yeah, Georgie, we have a Dagny Dover backpack for one lucky nurse. You know what to do to win this backpack. They keep you really organized, and healthcare professionals love them. But we're going to keep on going with the giveaways. We also have 3 12-packs of cold brew for 3 lucky nurses, keeping you caffeinated and fueled on the front lines. Keep on entering your info if you want to win this. And then, Georgie, don't we have something with popcorn?
Ooh, let me get one. Skinny Pop is amazing. Skinny Pop gave us 1,500 bags of popcorn. We're also giving 3 lucky nurses some bulk orders of Skinny Pop popcorn. So if you want to win Skinny Pop popcorn for your unit, you guys know what to do. Comment below, Skinny Pop.
Yum.
We have a lot of giveaways, so we're not going to spend too much time on this. What we do want you guys to understand is that for every giveaway, just write in the instructions and then the name of the product, and you'll be entered in the giveaway. So we are going to carry on.
Okay, Georgie, I don't think they came to watch us do dances in our robes, but maybe they did. Who knows? Regardless, the next guest is a little more entertaining. I can't wait for you guys to listen to the one and only Nurse AJ, who sings about going the distance for his colleagues and his patients.
Definitely. And I cannot wait for you guys to listen to the story of my dear friend Aisha, who is a U.S. Army Air Force nurse and CRNA. She's going to be sharing her true love story. And I do want to say thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service, Aisha.
My name is AJ. I'm an ICU nurse, and I wanted to share this song about hope. I chose to sing this song because I think it's fitting for many nurses working on the front lines. I have often dreamed of a far-off place where a great warm welcome will be waiting for me, and the crowds will cheer when they see my face, and a voice keeps saying, "This is where I'm meant to be." I will find my way. I can go the distance. I'll be there someday. If I can be strong, I know every mile will be worth my while. I could go most anywhere to feel like I belong.
My name is Aisha Allen. I am a CRNA in the United States Air Force, and my story is about seeing life and love through death. When I was a cardiac surgery ICU nurse, there was a day where I had a patient come back from a bypass surgery, and you do all the normal things. You wake them up eventually, make sure they're stabilized. And there was his wife, his male patient, his wife was there as well. Had a really, like, the best rapport I've ever had with a patient. It was really, really fun. I was telling him about my plans and going to CRNA school. And they were actually from around that area where I was thinking of going to school. And I just had such a good time. They were always cheering me on. They were so in love with one another. Every time I would come in there and see them, they were holding hands, and he would tell me another story about his wife, or she would tell me a story about him and the many, many years that they were together. And so it was just obvious that they were in love, and everyone knew it. I knew it. I felt like I was in love with them. They were telling me how much they loved me. And so it was just a really, really good shift. And I remember taking like the last set of labs, and they weren't perfect, but they weren't horrible. There was just one that the potassium was off. And I had told my staff, the people that were working to send him up to the step down floor, I said, I don't know if he's ready yet. There's just something, I had this feeling, the nurse gut feeling. And I said, I don't know if he's ready to go up there yet. I think we should give him a little bit more time. And we needed the beds. And the way that hospital systems are right now and how they were then, if you need a bed, you do what you need to do for a bed. And so we sent him up to the floor. I said my farewells, gave him both of them hugs, and they both went upstairs. The next day, I am walking onto the floor, and there's a code going on. Somebody's doing chest compressions. They're pushing a bunch of medications, calcium, starting epi, all of this. And as I'm literally walking onto the floor and walking to my room, or walking to a room, they look at me and they said, "Hey, Ish, you are getting your patient from yesterday back." And I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" He went upstairs. He's fine. And they're like, "No, we're coding him." And so I walk in the room, and the wife is not there, but there he is being coded. Again, people on his chest, medications, a lot of noise, commotion, chest tubes, all of this. And in that moment, I was so fearful, kind of sad, nervous, anxious, all of the feelings that you would kind of think about when you're worrying about what someone's life and death situation. And so, you kind of compose yourself, and you do walk in, and, I start like recording everything, and he gets stabilized probably about an hour and a half later. And throughout the day, we tried so many different types of things, vitamin K, all these different types of medications, but he was just rapidly declining. Less than, I think, 5 hours after that, he was dead. Just gone. Nothing was working. We were maxed out on pressors, and we brought the wife in, and I had to tell her that he was not going to get better, and he was not going to wake up. And like I was saying earlier, just seeing her face and her body and everything just deflate was one of the most crushing things I've ever seen. She had one special request, is that she wanted to be able to hug him while he was warm. And so what that means is that we were going to remove all the tubes and everything that he had on him so that she could still touch him and feel him in the closest way possible to what he was when he was alive. And so we did that, removed everything. There was no tube, no breathing tube, anything that was left. We had her come in. She wanted me to stay in for a little bit. I did. And then I left and let them alone. And then she told me she was ready. And I walked back in, and she left. I would say maybe 2 to 3 minutes later, I'm looking at him, and I am a person that opens up windows and blinds to let souls go. And I look back at him, and there's a tear that falls from his eyes. Yeah. And I start bawling. I couldn't, like, there was no reflexes to be had. The tube was out for like an hour, like nothing. And it was as she closed the door. And I remember just crying with him. I was crying with this man. And my coworkers came in, and they were just like, "What?" And I'm telling them what happened. And they're like, "Hey, okay, you should like go step aside." My coworkers literally like, I kind of collapsed to the ground. They like picked me up a little bit and had me go and just collect myself before we, got him ready to be moved to downstairs at the morgue. And after we moved him, his wife came back in, and we had already, I kind of skipped this, we prayed with him and everything, but she came back in, and she wanted to hold my hands, and she looked at me, and she said, I'm okay. I have been loved for many, many, many years. And she just kept on saying, like, I'm fine. It's kind of, she was kind of coaching herself, but also coaching me in a way. And she's like, I'm fine. I'm so happy. I've been loved. You felt the love, right? And so she would ask me, and I was like, yeah, absolutely. And then all she said was, this is the best life lesson you'll ever get. And I had and this is a woman whose husband literally just died. And she's giving me life lessons about love, life, death, all of this. And so I think that one of the most valuable things that we can learn from this is the value of human connection and love, and how love permeates every single thing that we do in life. How we cook for someone, how we hug someone, how we speak to someone, how we talk to people, how we meet people.
Aisha's story truly touched us. It's pretty incredible when a patient or their family member can leave a handprint on our life and our heart like that.
Yeah, she is one busy girl. Doesn't she also have her own business?
She does. She owns Shop Uvia, and she created blue light lenses for healthcare providers. And Aisha has offered to give and sponsor 5 Uvia glasses for you guys. So you know what to do. Comment instructions and put Shop Uvia if you want to win one of Aisha's blue lens glasses.
The Clove team has them, and they're styling. While you guys are entering to win 5 blue light glasses, we also wanted to tell you about 3 totes that we have from Madison Bay. It's an activewear brand, and they have these amazing totes for 3 lucky nurses. It's the perfect bag to have post-shift on your way to the gym.
Awesome. Okay, so there's 3 totes to give away. And while you guys are writing Addison Bay in the comments for the totes, I have some sweatshirts for you guys. So HOLLIBLU has been partnering with Team Love, which is P. Diddy's company, for Nurses Week, and they've given us a ton of stuff. But of those things, we have 3 Revolt hoodies for you guys. So if you want to win one of the hoodies, we have 3 to give away. They will send you it via your size. So go ahead and comment, follow the instructions, and write Revolt if you want to win a Revolt hoodie.
There's just so much swag that people can win right now, Georgie. But we got to keep the show going. So our next nurses are Jasmine and Elizabeth, who talk about how important it is to have community and support, especially during a time like this.
To hear the words, "You saved a life," brings so many different emotions to me. I am always someone smiling ear to ear, walking with a pep in my step down the hallway. Finally had my breakdown yesterday. To see my patient desatting into the 30s, heart rate deteriorating, it broke me as we're bagging him, trying to get his stats up. It's a very high stress situation. RRTs are now just ran with the staff nurse and RRT nurse and the attending. It's a lot of pressure and emotions are high. But I appreciate the reminders that it's okay to not be okay. And I need those reminders because there are tough days ahead, but we really are all stronger together.
My name is Elizabeth, and my story is all about teamwork and supporting each other as nurses. I am a registered nurse, and I have my master's degree in nursing leadership and administration. And I have been a nurse for 7.5 years now. But I was going to sort of start with my journey as a nurse because of where I am. I work at Vanderbilt University Medical Center in Nashville, Tennessee. And I did a lot of my clinicals in nursing school there. I had a patient who was a ex-convict, and he didn't have any family around, and he had fallen and broken his leg, and he was homeless essentially. And whenever they went to treat him for his broken leg, found out that he was a diabetic as well, and that he also had a very rare disease that Vanderbilt was really interested in doing more research on. And so they, kind of reached out to him during his process post-operatively to try and figure out what his plans were going forward since he was homeless and he had external fixation, and how was he going to, do that on the streets without anybody to care for him and help him stay clean and everything. And so they offered for him to have some place to stay and asked him to be a part of their research project for his rare disease, and offered all sorts of different things for him in exchange for that research. He decided that he had family that lived up north and he wanted to go and live with them, that they could take care of him, and that was actually probably a better option. So Vanderbilt turned around and bought him 2 train tickets, one for his seat and one for the aisle seat, or the seat across from him, so that he could prop his leg up. They gave him a gas card so that he could find somebody who would pay for him to pay the gas money to get him to the train station. Called to where he was going up north and found a doctor for him to follow him for his ortho needs and for his diabetes. And they did all of these things, like setting up all of these things, knowing that they were never going to be paid for anything that he was receiving care for at that time, or reimbursed for anything that he was, they were giving him as well. And I just felt like that was like so phenomenal, and why so many people go into, healthcare, because we really want to help people. And as nurses, it's important that we are looking at the whole person and not just, the disease that we're treating or, whatever. And so it was very inspiring to me that Vanderbilt as an institution was looking towards, how they could take care of the patient and make sure that everything was being taken care of, and how many people were involved in that team approach to take care of him and everything. And I think my story is definitely about finding the peace that we need in our lives as nurses, so that we can come to work and give all of ourselves without burning ourselves out, and how do we support each other as a team to continue to go that extra mile to take care of our patients.
Messy bun time. Time to live on that. It's getting late, Yeah. So, as you know, Liz's story was amazing. If there's one thing to learn from her, it's so important that mentorship, an amazing work environment, it really helps nurses thrive. And speaking of healthy, do you have another giveaway?
I do. So our next giveaway is from our sponsors at Sambuco, who offer black elderberries, ton of that antioxidants. They're giving away 3 lucky nurses will get 800 snack packs. So if you want to win Sambuco berries for your unit, go ahead and comment below and just enter Sambuco. And if fruit isn't your cup of tea and you like tequila, Viva 32 is also sponsoring 2 bottles of Viva 32 tequila. This stuff's amazing. And you can extend your Cinco de Mayo by having some Viva tequila. So if you want to win Viva tequila, you can put Viva in the comments and also be entered for that giveaway.
Speaking of celebrations, I think it's important for us to also address the fact that May is National Mental Health Awareness Month. And the next 2 nurses are all about being advocates for mental health. Georgie, can you tell us a little bit about what they're going to talk about?
Yeah, so Priya actually is a HOLLIBLU ambassador, and she is going to be speaking live from her supply room in New York, working as a COVID nurse. And she actually recites a poem that she wrote on being seen and heard. And to top off our showcase, we have the amazing Kara Lunsford, who's a HOLLIBLU CEO and founder, and she is going to tell us about her HOLLIBLU story. Haven't you ever wondered where HOLLIBLU comes from?
My name is Priya Moorhouse, and this is called Hey Nurse, I See You. Hey Nurse, I see you. The real you, not in a creepy way either like Joe Goldberg. Regardless of what is burning down around you, you carry that smile so effortlessly and beautifully as you care for your patients. But the caring just doesn't stop there. It extends to patients' families and to coworkers, whether they are in your immediate care team or not. I even see you when you think no one else does, walking into the supply room or med room and falling to your knees to cry. Shortly after wiping your tears away, you continue to go about your day as if nothing was ever wrong. Depression and anxiety are very much real, and I'm here to tell you that the nurse I'm talking about is me. Let us not forget those who silently struggle as we endlessly care for others. It is so very important that during this time you realize you are not alone or invisible. There are people out there who genuinely care and will provide a safe place for you to be vulnerable. Self-care is of utmost importance, whether that means working out at home, taking a bath in the tub, spending time with loved ones, or cuddling with your babies or fur babies. The list goes on. No one is perfect, and it is okay to feel negatively about things at times, but don't allow yourself to dwell there. Allow yourself the time you need and then move on. It isn't always easy, but use your tools. Prepare for days like today by building your survival kit. Identify triggers, repeat positive affirmations, write out negative thoughts in a letter, and once done, leave all that came with it there. Overall, care for yourself as you would care for others. We cannot control what happens to us, but we can control how we react to it. Every one of us goes through a struggle, a very unique individual struggle that when shared has the powerful ability to bring people together. The very thing that makes us feel so alone and isolated is the very thing that can connect us. Now more than ever, it is imperative that we unite and support one another with all of the craziness going around us with COVID-19. I am so grateful to have found a group of nurses with HOLLIBLU that genuinely love to see nurses thrive. I was provided a safe space to be vulnerable and given so much support, which in turn allowed me to thrive. So thank you so much, Kara and Nurse Georgie, for all of your words of encouragement. My name is Priya Moorhouse. I'm a registered nurse, and this poem is about mental health.
Hi, my name is Kara Lunsford, and I am the CEO and founder of HOLLIBLU. I've also been a nurse for 13 years. I started my career in pediatric oncology, and I have worked in areas of administration. I've worked in hospice and home health. And my story, my nurse story, comes from a time when I was taking care of a patient in the home, a very dear patient of mine, and she had breast cancer, end-stage breast cancer. I worked with her for about 8 months. And in that time, we had talked about everything from life to end of life. And we decided that I was going to be with her when she died. And when that time came, I was with her in her room, alone. She had wanted me to release blue butterflies after she had passed away, and unfortunately I was not able to find those before she took a turn. And so I sat next to the bed and I held her hand and I said to her, "Please let me know that you made it home, okay? And send me some blue butterflies and I'll know that that's my message. And that you're letting me know that you made it." And the next morning I took my son and we played hooky and took him out to breakfast, and we were sitting inside and I looked out on this patio and there was this woman sitting on the patio. I saw that she was wearing blue butterfly earrings, and immediately I knew that this was my sign and that my patient was letting me know that she had made it home okay. It really changed my life in that moment, because as a nurse and somebody who had practiced in end of life for so long and had helped children transition and had helped parents through the suffering and the grief of their children passing, and had helped all, people of all ages transition, I always knew in my heart that they were going somewhere and that they were going home to some, in some way. And I felt like it was such a gift that my patient sent me this sign, because I felt like every time I took care of a patient moving forward, every time I had an end-of-life patient, I felt with such certainty that I was able to say to them, "I know that you're going to go home. I know that you're going to be at peace. And I know that you're going to be able to share that with your loved ones when they need it, that you'll be able to send them signs, and they will be able to rest easier knowing that you've made it home." And it's really changed my practice. And when we were naming HOLLIBLU, one of the names of a blue butterfly is called the HOLLIBLU butterfly. It was to always remind me that every nurse has a story, and this was my story, and I wanted to hear all the stories of every other nurse out there, and that's why this Nurse Week is so incredibly important to me. Love you all. Happy Nurses Week, everybody.
So this is going to feel like an auction, but next we have up our Nurses Inspired Nurses candles. We have 2 lucky nurse winners that are each going to win a candle each. So if you want to win the Nurse Inspired Nurses candles, you know what to do. Comment below all of your information in Nurse Inspired Nurses, okay? All right, we are going to go right into the next one, which is Blue Botanicals. They gave us a bunch of bath bombs and some oils. So this also helps with stress and anxiety. We have 1 lucky winner who's going to win a basket full of goodies. So if you want to win the CBD Botanicals, just type in Blue Botanicals down below. So 1 lucky winner here. All right. What do I have next? Oh, yeah. So next is Heal at Home Nursing. They are stationed in Los Angeles, and they offer private duty nursing. So if you're looking for a job, you can go to them. But they gave us some gift cards. So we have 2 lucky winners that are each going to win a $100 Amazon gift card along with a Heidi sock. So if you want to win a $100 Amazon gift card and Heidi sock package, we have 2 nurses that can win this. So go ahead and comment Heal at Home in the comments below. So our next sponsor is Agua Dulce Winery. They're a winery in Santa Clarita, and they are giving us 2 bottles of rosé for you guys. So if you guys want some rosé, comment below Agua Dulce. I hope you can spell that right. And you can be one of the rosé winners. Next is this t-shirt. So this t-shirt says support nurses. It's part of a mental health awareness campaign that our nurse Portia created, and she's giving away 3 t-shirts. So if you want to support nurses t-shirt, super, super comfy, just type in the comments below support nurses and you can be entered in the raffle. And for all of my She Can Be Both family, we are doing 3 giveaways for not just for nurses, for all healthcare providers, for the She Can Be Both t-shirts, okay? So caption below She Can Be Both if you want to be entered in these giveaways. So next up, Bobby Vogel has offered 7 sessions free to nurses of her mental health services. So if you guys would like to be entered in our Bobby Vogel giveaway, just type in Bobby in the captions below. Next, Show Me Your Stethoscope, which is the largest nation of nurses. They came out with a nurse membership this month. So they're giving us an exclusive nurse membership for free to 1 lucky nurse. So if you want to win that, type in SMYS in the captions. And then we have Aqua Hydrate, which is a high performance hydration water bottle. They are giving us bulk orders. So 2 different nurses will win 200 water bottles each for themselves and their unit. So if you want to win a Aqua Hydrate party for your unit, type in Aqua Hydrate in the caption below. Next, we have Liquid IV, which is another oral hydration company. They are amazing. They are giving 3 lucky nurses 100 packets each for you and your nurse crew. So if you would like this prize, type in Liquid IV down below. All right, and for our last prize, it's by the amazing public health nurse, Gloria Barrera. She just started a Nurses That Wow podcast, and she's giving away 3 mugs that say Nurses That Wow on it. So if you want to win one of the mugs, you can type in Nurses That Wow. You can type in Nurses That Wow down below. All right, that's it.
Georgie, I think this is so crazy that just a month ago, we didn't know what to do about Nurses Week. We had to start from scratch, and then you and I connected on IG and somehow put this together in a couple weeks, and all the incredible nurses who just opened up with their stories. It's surreal to think about.
No, it's been such an honor working with you and just meeting everybody along the way. I can't believe we pulled this together. It's been so fun. We have to do another virtual event next year. We hope that you guys love the show as much as we did. I mean, I just love hearing stories like this and with the music, and thank you so much. Definitely want to shout out Resistance Revival Chorus. They were amazing.
They were amazing. Lizzo is going to love that song. I just think that from what I can tell, I'm not a nurse, but it seems like creating a safe space, a platform for people to express their emotions is really important. And nurses take care of everyone, and we need to take care of them. And at Clove, our mission is you support them, we support you. And obviously our sneaker supports you, but we also want to show you that we can support you in other ways with things like Beats of Courage. So with events like Beats of Courage. So again, Georgie, thank you for believing in our mission. HOLLIBLU is amazing. Tell them a little bit about what's in store for you guys.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, HOLLIBLU, we're a new community, but I mean, we love our nurses so much. I am so honored to be involved with HOLLIBLU. It's also a community that supports nurses and really just wants to see you thrive. And it's incredible that we've been working so hard to give you guys some more tools. And so HOLLIBLU 2.0, we have the demo. You guys are the first people that are gonna watch the demo. It's super exclusive, but it's an app that has social features, peer support groups, events, blogs, everything that you guys need to connect with nurses local. I'm so excited for you guys to watch it. So super honored. This has been amazing, Jordan. You're the best.
You're the best. I miss you. I'm gonna miss you. Wait, do you have a couple more shout outs for a couple brands that threw down for you guys?
I do. Thank you for reminding me. So Lamo donated 1,000 slippers to healthcare workers. Like, can we just give them?
Yeah, take off your clothes and you need a nice slipper to put on.
Yeah, they gave 1,000 healthcare workers shoes. I mean, Drip Drop and Liquid IV, they gave thousands of hydration sticks to our healthcare providers. And Ciroc donated 12 cases of watermelon. So, I mean, I think we're saving that for our Thrive event. But like, if we learn anything, it's that a lot of companies want to support nurses. So, I mean, I just want to say again, Happy Nurses Week. I'm a nurse myself and I love nursing. It's literally changed my life. And you have a community. If you're a nurse, nursing student, retired nurse, like you have a community with HOLLIBLU. Like, we're here for you.
Happy Nurses Week.
Happy Nurses Week, guys.
It's not from Clove.
And enjoy the demo. One more thing. So if you love the event and you want to see it next year, bigger and better, make sure you hashtag Beats of Courage on all of your social media posts.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be in person, but Beats of Courage is going to happen. Hashtag Beats of Courage.
Happy Beats of Courage!